Okay, everything good? I need some lip gloss. So what's up? I just finished filming. I'm so excited to post it tomorrow. It's gonna be so good. I was hella laughing because I thought about this last night and I was talking about it to one of my friends. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited to post it. I can't wait for you to see it. Another banger. So hey, hi, how are you? How's your day? You guys, my nail broke last night and I have to fix it. Hi. Has everyone been able to have their little smoky smoke break? Oh my gosh, you know what's so cool? So I just got monetized on YouTube and I hit my second tier of monetization, so I can have ads now on my videos, and I have been manifesting getting monetized literally for 5 fucking ever. And YouTube, the way that their pay structure is like so random, and every video is structured differently. So they have this thing called RPM. Basically, it's like how much you're getting paid per 1,000 views. Thank you. And it goes anywhere from 1 cent to $3 to how much you could be getting paid. And so the first video I seen in the analytics, it was like I was getting paid 11 cents RPM. So per 1,000 views, it was 11 cents. And then I noticed it started going higher because me and my friend, like, we were manifesting together. I was like, no, I get paid the most for my views, right? I get paid $3 RPM. And then the next video I seen, I was getting paid 20 cents now RPM, and then it went up to 25 cents. And then the last video that I checked, it's $2.77. Like, it, all my videos are starting to go up on my RPM. I'm literally a money magnet. And I love it. Like, oh my gosh, this past week, I was feeling some resistance, and I was like finding myself like starting to get a little bit like worried when it came to finances, and even entertaining some thoughts of lack. But that's just like not the vibe, you know? That's not me. That's not my story. Thank you. Yeah, so what I was doing a lot of like gratitude journaling, even more on hurry, go get some. I thought you knew. I thought you knew. Period. But I've been doing a lot more like gratitude posting, and then I was feeling like, oh, I need to manifest more money, right? Like, I was starting to get into my head about it. But with manifesting, and what I kept reminding myself was that money comes to me, right? I'm not a chaser. It's already done. It's literally already done. Okay. Hey. Yeah, so if you have been struggling with your finances, especially like this week, I don't know, I know there's some going on in the astrology, in the planets and shit. I haven't been like really looking too much into that because I've just been like focusing on me. But just remember, you know, you got this. You are literally a money magnet. Everything's already done for you. Everything in creation is already finished. There's literally nothing that you need to do. Once you decide that something is done, it's done. Once you decide you have, you have. You don't need to keep trying. You don't need to keep pushing. Like, it's already done. You just need to be grateful that you have it. There's some annoying ass bitches up in here. So let me get you out. Oh, thank you. Love you. So, to have a more positive relationship with money, you want to first get to a space where you're neutral with money. Because if you're in a state where your relationship with money is really, really bad, where there's a lot of stress, a lot of struggle, a lot of worry, a lot of tension, right? Even anger and pain tied to money, it's going to be hard to just like go from like that low to like, you know, super high. So so what's going to help is first becoming neutral, right? Be in a plane where you and money are equal, not where money is on a pedestal, or money is better than you, or money is out of reach for you. Become equal with money. Learn how to look at your bank account and not get stressed out, and not you know, get anxiety or not worry. Learn how to just feel nothing. Once you get to a state, because this is a practice, right? You know, if you know, you work at it, you'll get there. You really will get there. And everything is easy for you. Just remember that. It's easy for you to be neutral with money. It's easy for you to be equals with money. And once you get to that stage, it's going to be even easier for you to add the positive. This is something I always like to teach when it comes to like getting out of the negative and into the positive. Like, first you want to cut off the bullshit, right? So all of the bad things that you think about money, you got to first stop thinking that. Stop believing that. Okay? Because if you really, really believe that, you know, money is hard for you to get, it's going to be hard for you to believe that you are a money magnet, you know? So first stop believing about money what you think about it now. And then once you've, you know, denounced all those like old core beliefs of money, it's going to be easier for you to take on new beliefs because now you have space for it. Hi. Aw, love you. Thank you. I grew up with my parents, more specifically my mom, having a lot of like worry towards money, and like her views of money were really, really like, oh my gosh, like draining how much she stresses about finances. And because she carried all of that stress, it manifested, right? And as I was growing up, I had to literally ignore everything that everyone else believed about money because I wanted a different money story. I wanted to see it as something that came to me, as something that was easy for me to have. Like, I always made a lot of money. And so when you basically break up with the draining money story and break up with the, you know, lack. Did you know that lack was the very first lie? I listened to a video of this girl talking about the book of Genesis in the Bible, when the serpent came down and manipulated Eve, right, and told her to eat the fruit. And she said that the way the devil was able to do that was he created lack in her life, because Adam and Eve had everything. They were filled with abundance. They literally had everything they could ever hope for or want. And what the devil said was, you know, but you don't have this. You can't eat that fruit. So basically what he did was took all of her abundance and made her believe that she still didn't have enough, that all of that just wasn't enough. And that was the first lie. There's always abundance everywhere, all around you. You are abundance. You are money. You are love. You are everything. You are all. And you have all right now. If you want to manifest moving to another country, decide that you live there already. That's your country. Everything is really easy to manifest. Like, there's nothing that's hard. The first things first is you just decide. When you decide it's done, then it's done. And that's really it. If you're like, okay, well, it's taking hella time, start being curious about what you're believing and what you're thinking. If you're saying, okay, I want to live in this other country, but right there is where you need to put your attention to and change that belief. But I don't have the money to move. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Money is always in your account. You always have access to money. You do have the means to move. You do. And believe that and decide that you do. Everything that you're doubting, ask it why. Like, interrogate the doubts. Because that's, you know, it's a part of your belief system. And that's how you're able to cut the bullshit and then start implementing something that's going to actually help you. Oh, thank you. I got my dress at H&M. Hi. Hi, St. Louis. Aw, sending my love right back to Chicago. I've actually been thinking about Chicago. I haven't been there in so long. I was talking about it with one of my friends. But yeah, there's really nothing at all out of reach. You put limits on yourself. You are your only limit. Even now, right? I'm in the place of awareness where I know if I do not have the money I want, then there is just something that I need to let go of. I just need to shift something. That's it. You know, because, and really the thing to shift is just to know that it's done. When the more and more you understand and really grab onto that fact that everything is already done, that it has already happened, you release a lot of resistance. Yeah, literally. Why are you so abundant? You're literally so abundant. I love you too. You release all of that when you know that it's done, right? Because there's nothing for you to do. And fuck, I'm losing my train of thought. It makes things feel more instant when it's done. Because you get yourself out of the place of continuously working for and aiming for and trying to get it. Hi. Yeah, I am in Hawaii. I love affirmations too. Literally, like, why am I so hot? How did I get my name? So my name is Angelique. And when I was a baby, my nickname was Baby Leaky. And there's actually a highway here in Hawaii called Liquey. So that was like another way I got Leaky. Oh, period. Okay. I need a quick, like, mental break. This is the part that you do not see in my videos, because I talked about this in one of my last live. You'll actually really get to see how I am. I have ADHD, so there's times where I just literally start pending. There's times where I just need to take a break from like being a person, and I need to like stop for a second and breathe. But yeah, it takes me like hours for me to film my 15-minute videos. Kaneohe, babe. Yeah, Liquey Highway. That's where like a lot of the military, not on like Liquey, but there's like, you know, one of the big bases like in Kailua and like Kaneohe and all of that. I love driving the H3. It's so pretty. So yeah, so when I find myself though in a place of like resistance and struggle, because the struggle is real, I just keep reminding myself how grateful I am for all the money that I have. Because for me, I'm somebody that like my attention is always on money, like all the time. I've just always been a money girl, and money is the reason why I got into manifestation. And I was writing a lot of gratitude posts as well, and even money affirmations, because I like to remind myself how much money loves me. It just feels good to like think about and talk about. Like, and it also builds your faith. So even when times get hard, you have to continue to persist in your new money story, because no matter what, it's already done, right? Things are already changed. Like the money's already here. You just have to keep deciding that that's it. That's your life. What strain would you recommend to an anxious person? I keep getting the scaries. Oh no. Okay. First things first, the way that you're hitting it too. How I like to think about it is I am sipping wine. I'm not taking shots. That way it's easier for you to control, because you can have a higher smoking tolerance than THC tolerance. So you could feel like you're okay because you could keep smoking, but you can't actually handle all the THC that you're consuming. So first start off with just like smaller hits here and there, like we're vibing, we're chilling, you know? And you don't need to smoke a whole lot to feel good. And I prefer sativas. If it's hybrid, then sativa dominant. But yeah, I'm a sativa girl. I like how it feels. Here we go. Yeah, so a couple of my favorite strands. There's one, I love it. It's called Pink Runts. It's a sativa. It's really good. The smell is good. The feeling is good. And it's a little bit more mild. Like, it doesn't hit you like a ton of bricks. It feels like, you know, buildable. So, because there's some strains where, like, I like to be high. I don't really get myself like super, super high. But there's times where it's like, yeah, if I have the time, I just want to be like really fucking high and just like eat and watch movies and shit. But that's the type of strain where like you could have like a little bit and just feel good and, you know, go about your day, go about your life. It also helps me to like calm a little bit. But if you do get into a place where you're like high and feel paranoid, right? You just have to let it pass. And it's not forever. It's super temporary. Just allow it, you know. Make sure you're in a safe space. If it's in your room, your car, whatever, just make sure that you're in a safe environment and just breathe, drink water, and watch TikToks until it's gone. And it will go away. No, what is that? What's it on? Girl, I just ran out of bed, low-key pushing myself to go on a break, but the discipline to not smoke is good. Girl, period. I feel you. I've tried to do that, but then I'm like, why am I doing this? I want to smoke. I want to smoke. I don't care. I encourage breaks. I do. Like, right now I'm on a drinking break. I haven't drank all year. So, like, whatever you're feeling, if you, like, really want to do a break. Like, or just do it every other day. Like, I don't know. It's all about balance. Like, I think I am pretty good with my balance with it. I used to, because I love weed. I love weed so, so much, but I used to love it too much where, like, that was so much of my life was me smoking weed. And literally, that's just not the vibe for me. I guess in a way, yes, but I don't need weed to manifest. What weed does for me is, one, like, it makes me feel good. Just like straight up, weed makes me feel good. I love it. It does help me navigate my emotions in a safe space because I don't naturally feel what I'm feeling. And so I can go numb for a long time. And then when I do get these large emotions, it's hard for me to navigate. So I'd rather not deal with it. And so since smoking weed and practicing self-awareness with my emotions, it just helps me to get through these stages and not be afraid of feeling my feelings. And, you know, it's also a very spiritual thing with me. I feel more spiritually connected when I smoke. I also use the smoke to cleanse my tarot deck, even to cleanse my energy. So it's a really like tight bond that we got, you know. Hulu came out and one of, ooh, wait, Honora. So it's a movie on Hulu, a love story. Cute. Okay. Right now, I'm watching Good Girls on Netflix. But yeah, I love weed. And then I just feel like we're just so perfect together. Like, I'm also a Taurus. Taurus loves weed, and weed loves Taurus. My tattoos, this is actually the molecule for THC. That's how much I love weed. And then this one says mommy, because that's me. Oh, I love tarot too. My favorite YouTuber is literally Olivia Grace. Her channel is called Master Manifestors. I love her. I watch her videos every single day. I've watched her videos multiple times around. She's amazing. Like, literally, not only is she just such a queen, but she is an incredible coach, and she has taught me a lot about manifesting, and I just love her. She's also like so cool too. So if you are looking for someone like just another manifestation YouTuber, or just like a YouTuber to watch, honestly, like, she's just cool. I love her story. Her name's Olivia Grace, and her YouTube channel is called Master Manifestors. Do you ever just feel guilty for doing whatever you want, or like not structuring your life the way others structure theirs? And if you do, how do you shift that feeling of feeling guilty? Okay, yes, I have felt guilty for a very long time, but now I don't give a fuck, because it is my life. Guilt, there's no use for guilt. Really, there's not. It is okay for you. It is more than okay. It is actually incredible and amazing and beautiful for you to live your life the way you want to live. Because it's your life. That's your gift. We were all each given the gift of life, and we were given the gift of free will, and we were given this gift of love and this power to create our own reality. And for the longest time, I felt a lot of shame and a lot of guilt for leaving the church and leaving ministry and leadership, because that was the path that my parents wanted for me and my sister, like my family. That was supposed to be my path. And when I chose not to do that anymore and discover myself, it was really hard for me to deal with the not necessarily the rejection, but I just felt like I had completely let my family down. And even through that, even through all of my shame and my guilt, it was still worth it to me to discover myself. Even though it probably broke my mom's heart. And it may have been selfish. And it probably, is a selfish thing of me. But it would be selfish towards myself to not live in my truth, to not experience life for myself. My life is my life. And I don't give a fuck. I just came to a place where I stopped caring, because that burden was too heavy. It was never mine to bear. I'm not meant to make everyone else happy at the expense of my own happiness. Like, everyone's responsible for their own life. Everyone's responsible for their own happiness. Everyone's accounted for their own selves. And so what did it for me was stop giving other people the power of my validation. My mom, my sister, like, had the tightest grip of my validation for so fucking long. And once I took that, I was able to just, I am able to just be myself with ease. I am able to go after what I want. I am able to just say what I want to say. Because forever, I felt like I literally couldn't be myself. I couldn't say the things that I wanted or how I wanted. I couldn't dress how I wanted. I couldn't do what I wanted. And I just wanted to do what I wanted to do. How to not feel discouraged while trying to manifest. The more that you tell yourself that it's done, right? That no matter what, it's done. It's going to be so much easier for you to hold on, because you have the knowing, right? You have the certainty that it's already done. So there's no point in feeling like it's not happening or like it's not here, because you just know that it's done. And the more that you tell yourself that it's done, and the more that you know, like, make it an inner knowing, a subconscious thing, like, that has to be your base, is to know, hey, this is already completed. There's nothing else that I need to do but just persist in the story. Just hold on to the story. Just trust the story, that it's real, that it's now. I do a lot of mental conditioning. I evaluate my thoughts every day. I am becoming more and more aware of myself, of my thoughts, of my feelings every single day. And I am raising my consciousness higher and higher every single day. And I am at the point, literally, the moment I open my eyes, the first thought that I think once I wake is, I'm having the best day ever, or I'm so blessed, or something so wonderful is happening to me today. That is my very first thoughts. And because of that, like, I am now able to control my first thoughts. Like, I heard this one saying, and they're saying, like, don't worry about your first thought, right? You may not be able to control your first thought, but you could control your second thought. And now I'm in this state where I literally can control my very first thought, where I don't get as many intrusive thoughts as I used to, because my intrusive thoughts would be fucking crazy. Like, what are you saying? Why are you telling me this? But I'm conditioning my mind every single day. Like, all you have to do is be aware of what you're thinking of. Really, like, and if majority of what you're thinking and feeling is, oh, this isn't working, oh, I don't have, I'm struggling, this sucks, I'm hurting, like, you know, all of the bad, like, if that's the majority of the state, and that's why it's like taking longer, that's why it doesn't feel instant. Struggling with comparison, taking my joy, and trying to get over my man following, liking other girls' pictures. It's bringing me down. Okay, girl, literally no one is you. Literally no one is you. And that's like, that whole thing, like, a guy, like, looking at other girls and stuff like that is nothing. Like, really is nothing. Honestly, like, I just know I'm the most beautiful girl on Instagram. I just do. I know that. That's the way that you have to think. Like, you know, there is no one that can even compare to looking like you, or being you, or talking like you. Like, there's literally no one like you. You are so unique. You are so special. You're so incredible. And when it comes to, like, a man, if he's, like, for the most part, like, a good dude, just talk to him about it. If he is, like, a little hoe, like, get rid of him. Like, honestly, get rid of him. I don't know your relationship status. Like, you know, if you were to tell me more, I'd be able to, like, you know, give more insight. But, you know, what kind of guy is he? Is he the type of guy that's, you know, going to be, like, talking to other girls? Because if already the state that you're in, you're feeling insecure, or, you know, it makes you feel, like, low because, like, a guy's looking at other girls' pictures, then, you know, that's an inward thing. He may be in your life because of a lower self-concept issue. And so if you were to raise that, you may not want that kind of guy. How do you handle random feelings of hopelessness or dread? Okay, random feelings of hopelessness or dread. I just have to feel it until I'm aware of it. When it comes, okay, sorry, let me, like, really get into this one. Because it has been a while since I've been in that state, but that used to be a common thing for me. I've been diagnosed with depression, and I've had depression my entire life. And I would get, like, cycles, like a cycle of depression. And whenever those feelings would come, I literally felt like I was hanging off of a cliff. Like, my hand is still, like, on top, but I'm just, like, you know, literally falling off. And that's the way that, like, it would feel for me. Like, I'm mostly, like, dead. I'm mostly to my doom. If I just like let go, then I'm just gonna like fall off this cliff. But in that moment, I like to focus on the last thread that I have and only focus on that, because everything else feels overwhelming. Everything else is too much. But like, even in my most lowest of low states, I still had one, even if it was so small, one thing to hold on to. And I would just focus on that one thing. And I would just love that one thing. And sometimes, like, I've been in a mental state where literally, like, my only one thing would be the gym. And that was like the one thing that I looked forward to. And I started appreciating it on a whole new level and loving it on a whole new level. And the more I was able to focus on that one, I started getting the strength to find more things to hold on to, more things that made my life worth living. Because you are your life. You are the life that you want to live. You are the life that you're living now. And in a state of hopelessness, really, like, if you read on what the Bible says about hope, it says hope does not disappoint. It also compares hope to an anchor, what holds you down. The Bible also says without hope, our hearts become sick. Other translation says without hope, we are depressed. And so to get you out of that, you have to find your anchor. Hope is your anchor. And anything can be an anchor. There is hope in all things. Hope does not disappoint. And so for me, I started finding hope literally in the gym, because moving my body made me physically feel better and it made me think clearer. And so I found an anchor. And then I found more things that I loved that started becoming anchors for me so that I wouldn't literally float away into nothingness. The more anchors you have, the more solid you're going to be. And that's also going to push you through in your manifestation journey. Manifestation is a practice. Like, there are things that, like, yeah, it can happen instantly, but your mind, your thoughts, and your feelings, that's what's creating your reality. So whatever you've been building it up inside your head, like, that's what's coming at you. I say, when you are depressed and in a really low depression, there's very little things that you can do, right? And so the most important thing is, like, you want to start everything that you do, it needs to be for the purpose of, you know, building up your dopamine levels. And you're not going to have motivation stuff, but find something to, you know, make you want to keep going forward. The things that are going to naturally build that in you is small victories. And what I would do when I literally couldn't do anything was I made my bed. The second I got out of bed, I just made my bed. And that made me feel good. That made me feel like I accomplished something. And as long as I made my bed, I had accomplished something. I did something for the day. Another thing, washing my hair. Washing your hair literally will make you feel like a brand new person. It feels so good to wash your hair. You literally like can manifest 2 by washing your hair. And that's something that's going to physically make you feel good. And so washing my hair, that was like a huge accomplishment. I washed my hair. Another thing, going for a walk. Like, walking is so underrated. Walking will snatch you the fuck up. Walking will build that ass. Literally, walking will clear up your mind. You can literally walk the depression away. I'm telling you, you really can. You can. You can. You can. Depression is not the final. Depression does not get to take you out. You're too hot. You're way too hot to be depressed. There's way too much life in you. You have too much power. There's too much love in you. There's just too much life in you. There's too much light. There's no way depression's gonna take you out. It's never forever. It's just temporary. That helps me a lot too when I'm in a low, is knowing that it's just temporary. This is just my brain. You know, she's just being dumb, but she's getting better. My brain's getting better. Tell yourself your brain's getting better. Literally, just walk and you'll get skinny. I promise. I promise. And then you're gonna be like, I am so hot, I can't be depressed. You will. I literally lost 30 pounds in 3 months from doing just the walking in the mornings. Yes, your brain is popping. Your brain is like feeling so good. Your brain is iconic. Your brain is a star. Your brain's gonna bounce that ass back, get the fuck up, and keep it pushing. Oh, I love you. Depression is a bitch, okay? She's a hating ass bitch. Just trying to take you down, but you can't. Yes. Decriminalized. Your brain is gonna bounce that ass back. I love you guys so much. If you are depressed right now, just know that it's temporary. You're gonna wake up feeling so good. You have so much dopamine in your brain, like so much. You just naturally produce it every single day. The moment you wake up, you feel amazing. The moment you wake up, you feel inspired. The moment you wake up, you feel good. You feel encouraged. You feel brave. The moment you wake up, you feel loved. The moment you wake up, you feel blessed. The moment you wake up, you feel grateful. You are not alone. You are not alone. You've never been alone. You never will be alone. You're literally God. The power of God is alive inside of you. You literally can manifest on the whim. It does not matter what circumstances come your way. They literally are irrelevant. They're literally not real. It's not real. It's a dream. You can do whatever you want. Every morning when I wake up, I just love how the first thoughts that come to me are to encourage me. To shake, caring what others think, and I just show up. Literally, like, it doesn't matter. And as long as like the more you love yourself and the more you believe in yourself and believe in who you are and what you do and what you're talking about and how you present, like, your first thought isn't going to be that people are judging me. You're gonna believe that people love you for you, because they do. Who wouldn't love you? You're amazing. You're spectacular. They see the real you and they love it. I'm in Hawaii. I'm literally the last like time zone on the clock. It is 5:34 for me. You seen me on TikTok? I know, because I go to the gym late, like my time late. And so it's literally like the next morning for everyone else. I have to go to the gym tonight. Oh my gosh, I have not gone to the gym in 3 days. It was like, it's been so unintentional though, because that's just a part of my routine. Like I go every single night. Like that's the last thing I do in my day. But just these past like few days have been so busy. Like I've just been so tired and like went home. Didn't even think about it. But I do deserve, like, honestly, I deserve like a week break from the gym. Even though I love it so much, I still deserve a break. I love you guys. Love you guys so much. I am so excited for my video tomorrow. Like, I'm like laughing to myself thinking about it because it's so funny. And it's so good. I know, it is. It really is. That's the thing that I feel like my life's journey that like life is always teaching me is to balance rest. Because again, I have ADHD. I could just like go until I literally have nothing left in me. And so I need to learn how to recharge. I can't wait either. I know, I'm like excited for your comments too. Ooh, girl, preaching to the choir right here. Narcissistic parents. Okay. I do recommend therapy because I am not a licensed therapist, but have experienced a lot, and I have learned to alchemize a lot. With dealing with narcissism, just in general, narcissism is like a bully, and there's also a lot of entitlement and a sense that you know, if you're dealing with like a narcissist mom or dad, like with them, they believe that they own you and you are not your own person. And that is like the vibe of narcissism. First having to break free from like that. In my mind, I'm imagining like a bind. To get out of this bind, you want to remind yourself that you are your own individual person. Remind yourself that you are free to think how you think because you are your own. Remind yourself first that you are safe, and keep this as your base foundation for the next things that surface up when you're thinking about your parents. The more that becomes your main belief, it's going to be easier to deconstruct all the lies you've been told and all of the beliefs that you formed out of those lies. It's going to be a lot easier for you to deconstruct those and help you to feel more free. So what is an example that you feel like you're struggling with because of growing up with narcissistic parents? What was like a struggle for you? If you feel comfortable sharing it. Is any of this making sense, by the way? Okay. So you forgave your parents and then decided to open the door, and now you regret it, and you are very, very, your feelings are very, very valid. So, okay. I'm going to tell you a little bit too about my relationship with my dad, because it's very complicated. For me, I love my dad. I love my dad deeply, but I cannot be close to him. My dad, my majority of my life, had struggled with a major drug addiction, and it destroyed our family. And he's the type of person where he can't just like literally just smoke weed. That's how like I feel sometimes. Like, do you just smoke weed? No, he has to smoke meth. And when he is only like, you know, getting high, he's hanging around with like bad news people, and he's wanting to live literally in camps, like homeless camps in the woods. Like, what's wrong with you, dude? Who's doing come home, you know? And so he was like that since I was a kid. And I had spent all these years away from my parents, and I think it was really good for me. But when I lived in Austin, I was there because my dad like got this big injury at work, and he fractured his vertebrae and stuff. So I just wanted to be there with my parents and help them. And I literally seen him doing the same shit, and I feel like it like triggered me, and like all of that trauma that I had as a child, like I started resurfacing as an adult, and it got so much worse. My relationship with my dad got worse than it was when I was younger. And because that had happened, I felt like I built even more resentment, and my mental health was even worse. Like, it really, when I lived in Austin, that last year that I was there, it was the worst it had ever been in my life. I even went through psychosis. Like, it was just so bad. And when I left Austin, and it's now been a year, it's been a year that I've been away from my parents and away from my dad. He still, you know, has the same struggle, because that's just how it is with my dad. He'll go through periods of being sober and then relapse, and you know, that's just his pattern. But I am in such a better space because I am away from him, and I do love him. And being away, like, what helps me is like I literally have to separate my emotions, me, from my dad and his actions. Because when I was young, I took it personal every time my dad would leave and go do drugs. Like, I felt, you know, like like it would hurt me. Like, he didn't choose me. That was like a thing I felt, you know, like he had to choose. But I had to separate, understand that I am my own person. I have my life. Like, what my dad does, like, he cannot control how I'm feeling, even though it's hard. But he cannot yeah, his actions, like, they cannot drive me to depression, because even though he is my dad and I love him, that's his life. Those are the decisions he's making. And it's so much better for me to not think about him as much. It's better for me to create a boundary. It's better for me to not live in the same state. As crazy as that sounds, it just is. Because the distance, like, I can't see my dad doing, like, I literally can't watch him destroy his life. Like, that's too much for me. But being able to create that separation, it helps a lot. It helps you to feel less burdened. And what I just do is I just choose to believe that my dad has been healed. Like, he's never been addicted. I choose a different story for him. The more I live in the story of him hurting me or being this, bad father, which I feel is, another thing that burdens him. My dad has a lot of pain as well, and he gets discouraged and depressed and all those things. Like, my dad is also a person, a human, and he carries his own things. At the end of the day, I choose to believe that he loves me, that he is going to step up and protect me the way a father does. And that's all I could ever want. Like, I don't talk to him very much. I talk to my mom more, and I kind of talk to him through my mom. But it's kind of like all I need, as long as I choose to believe in the love and the good. It makes me feel better. It makes life easier. And it helps me to process what I'm feeling and understand, when you become an adult, you realize that you are now the person that has to reparent your inner child. You are the one that loves you. You are the one that takes care of you. You are the one that teaches yourself. And as my adult self, I look back at the 13-year-old me who was super hurt with my dad and really depressed. And I listen to her and I understand how she feels. And I just love on her and I remind her that she's loved. I remind her that my dad's actions, his actions, has nothing to do with me or my worthiness or how valuable I am as a person. I separate, my dad's actions from me. And in turn, as I reparent the younger self, I become more evolved and I become braver and better and smarter and more loved. Let's see. I've learned to set boundaries. Sometimes you have to love people from a distance. Exactly. My parents helped me financially and always been there, but they suck at being emotionally available for me. You know what? You could change your story at any moment. You could just declare that your parents love you, that they are so emotionally available. They actually started going to therapy and really started doing the work. And now they are ready to just fully be there for you and fully protect you and fully love you the way you were always meant to be loved, the way you deserve to be loved. That's your new story with them. Really forgiving, like, really, really letting go is saying that you're done with the way that you've been thinking about your parents. I am done with this story. I do not want to live in a reality where my parents are not emotionally available for me. I don't want to live in a reality where my dad is a drug addict. I don't. I want to live in the reality where my parents are stable and secure and sober and so in love, and they're in their highest timeline, and they're so evolved and self-aware, and they're just better people, and they make better decisions, and they're full of love, and they take care of me, and they see me, and they love me and accept me. That's the story I want. That's how I heal myself, by living in that reality, letting go of the other story. And what that does is, like, you have to also die to your ego, because you may not realize it, but you know, living in that kind of reality satisfies your ego, because for years it's been the same story. And you know, you build these beliefs and thoughts of, like, you know, even rightfully, like, validly felt so, like, you know, your feelings are incredibly valid, but you continue to think the same things and say, you know, yeah, see, they're always like this always happens, that's just how they are. And it makes your ego feel good, and your ego's like, yeah, I was right, you see, this is how it is, you see, it sucks, you know. And when you make the decision that this is not your story anymore, this is not how I want to feel anymore, you have to tell your ego too, you need to let go of this. You actually need to release completely and let your ego be wrong and say, no, that's not true. I am loved. I am protected. I am cared for. I am respected. And even if that means, like, you know, you're just not talking to them, that's how it has to be. Your inner self, like, you have the knowing that you love your parents, you have the knowing that, you know, you choose to live in the reality where there's a lot of respect, so you have that respect, and just let it be that, and let your universe change from there. How to have super duper good self-concept. My self-concept before is really good, but when I hang out with other people with a long period of time, I think my confidence got low. Okay, so this means that you need to remind yourself that you own your own validation, because external has no effect on you. You are confident because you're confident, because that's just who you are. You're sure of yourself. You know that you're worthy. You know that you're beautiful. You know that you're exciting, you're fun, you're magnetic, you're attractive. You know this. It doesn't matter who you're with. No one can take that from you. No one can define who you are, right? Because you have your validation. And another thing too is being confident within yourself and protective of your energy. Very protective, because you can see that there are people, right, like, that can drain you, so you'll feel different, right? Or I will even go as far to say that there's people that can try to manipulate or just maybe not have the best intentions, but that has to be on you to have the discernment of who really is around you. Are they people who love and support you, or are they people who are jealous of you, or are they people who, you know, want to make you feel bad? And then also check yourself too, to make sure that when you're around other people, you're not the one that's feeling jealous or comparing, because then again, you just need to go back to self-concept, where you believe and you're certain that you're the shit. You just keep going back to yourself. You own your own validation. If you say that you're the shit, you're the shit. No one can take it from you. And there's no point of trying to compare, because, like, you cannot be compared to. You just can't. Hi. Oh, 555 on my car clock. Okay. Okay, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Maybe like one more before I go. I'm so glad all you guys are here. I love all you guys. And also thank you, all of you, for being so vulnerable and so brave to share your stories. But I try to escape the pain from my narcissist parents who were in it for so many years. It's destroyed my life. And now getting sober, and it's literally the hardest thing. But I'm changing all of that. Okay, so that's another interesting thing. I also had a porn addiction as well. And the way that my mind worked during that time is that sex was always on my mind. Like, all the fucking time. Like, bad girl, calm down. And what helped me, this is just personally, what helped me was, again, I had to practice self-control and realize that porn was not the evil in this sense. It was my lack of self-control. It was my ability to literally not control myself. Because I literally, like, I would watch it for hours and hours and hours, like all night, literally not sleep, and just watch. Like, stop. Like, literally just talk. Had so many girls on Snapchat that, like, we would send pictures to, did not care. Like, I was always talking to couples all the time. All the fucking time. Like, all I could think about was sex. And it's like, why did that have such a hold on me? You know, like, there's so much more that I could be doing with my thoughts, like so much more that I could be creating than thinking about this, than wanting to, like, you know, just be watching these videos, like all of that. Like, that was definitely me. Like, I had to change that. I had to just become a big girl and say, hey, if I'm choosing not to do this, I'm not going to do this. And I'm not gonna, like, I'll watch it here and there. I'm not, like, addicted to it, though. I'm not gonna be watching it all night. I'm not gonna be, like, thinking about it every single day and trying to watch it every single day. But I had to tell myself, like, this is not the devil. This is not the evil. The only issue is I just need to control myself. I need to not let one thing consume all of my thoughts. Because, again, like, that is the formula of manifestation, right? You know, you manifest from the state that you're in, and your state is just a makeup of all of your thoughts and feelings. And so when that's all you could think about and feel, like, that's when you know it's bad. Like, oh, this is, like, you know, that is obsession. This is too much. I need to cleanse my energy. Like, there's so much more to life than sex, you know. And then having to build a respect for it. Like, sex is beautiful. Sex, you know, is a gift. And it shouldn't be just treated any which way. And I'm pretty sex positive, and I do believe in, like, you know, having healthy outlets. And, like, I think, you know, I don't think that you should have to wait till marriage to have sex. Like, if you guys are consenting individuals and want to have a great experience, by all means do that. Like, that is healthy. But when it becomes unhealthy is when it's consuming you all the time. And when it starts getting in the way of you being able to develop intimacy with a person. Because that could also be, you know, having an addiction to porn is an outlet to cut away from intimacy. It making something just physical, just about sex, deprives you from connection and deprives you from, you know, true energetic exchange and love and all of the other beautiful things about sex, because it's so multifaceted, it's so layered, and there's a lot of shame tied to porn. A lot of like women that are a part of that industry, you know, are not talked about good or seen good or treated good, and it does like interfere with the way that men treat women. You know, there's a lot of layers to it, and having that, like, there is like to me, I just like, I feel like there's like a spirit, you know, tied to that industry, tied to pornography, just tied to the history of it. There's a lot tied to it. So when you're consuming your energy with that, it does, it like contaminates you. Because right, who you are, your soul, your heart, everything, you are pure unconditional love. You are purity. You are love and power and divinity. And pornography is not that, you know. There's some very tasteful ones out there, but it as a whole, you know, is not the best for you. And I'm not saying that you can't watch it. I'm talking about when it becomes an addiction, when it becomes an obsession. And so, you know, again, find your balance with everything. Do not let anything outside of you control you, because that's how you become a slave. You don't want that. You already quit smoking cigarettes. You literally do not even care for them. You've never even had one. Like, what? You've never smoked a cigarette in your life. You never think about them. Like, it's such a far distant memory. You don't even miss it. You don't even care. You wake up every day and feel amazing. Your lung health is perfect. Your breathing is perfect. Alrighty. Okay, guys, I'm gonna start heading out. I love you. This was so much fun. Of course. I love you too so much. You got this. Literally, like, you guys are all free. You're free from any addiction. There is nothing that could bind you, nothing that can hold you. You literally have the power of God inside of you. You are free. You are free. You are free. You are free. You're always free. You've always been free. Literally, freedom is your birthright. You are free. You are love. You are all power, unlimited, pure creation, unconditional love. That's you. There is nothing outside of you that is greater than you. Nothing. You got this. You can do anything. There's nothing holding you down, nothing holding you back. You're free. That. Period. See, you are free, and it was easy for you. You never did it again. Oh, I love you guys. I love you so much. So much. But I have to leave and get ready for the gym. Okay, gotta go. Love you. Bye.